Hey, everyone! Today we've got 3 scorching hot stories about Wrexham that will keep you hooked until the very end. And I'm warning you right away, the last one is the bombshell, the main news of the day, the one you'll see on our thumbnail and title, so hold on tight, because it's worth watching until the very end. Before we get to the big story, we're going to cover 2 important tales that show just how much Wrexham is growing and carving out their space in English football. News 1. Historic victory over Reading. Let's start by talking about a victory that has gone down in Wrexham history. On the 23rd of September, the Dragons overcame Reading 2-0 in the EFL Cup, with both goals scored by Nathan Broadhead. But pay attention, this wasn't just any win. It had been 48 years since Wrexham last reached the 4th round of the competition. Can you imagine the celebrations among the fans? It was an explosion of joy across Wales, with every supporter feeling just how far the club has come since Reynolds and Rob Mack took charge of the Dragons. This victory goes far beyond the scoreline. It symbolises the evolution of a team that has restructured itself and become solid on the pitch. Broadhead didn't just score the decisive goals, he also showed commitment and confidence in every play, reinforcing that Wrexham has players who can shine in crucial moments. The team displayed cohesion, collective spirit, and an incredible hunger for victory that made all the difference against Reading. And there's more. This historic achievement became even more special because, for the first time in EFL Cup history, 3 Welsh clubs reached the 4th round simultaneously. Alongside Wrexham, Cardiff City and Swansea City also advanced, defeating Burnley and Nottingham Forest respectively. This is a milestone for Welsh football, demonstrating significant growth and placing Wrexham alongside other important clubs in the country. It proves that football in Wales is evolving, and the Dragons are leading this transformation. Another interesting point is that this progression opens the door to matches against giants of English football in the next rounds. Facing more experienced and historically successful teams will be the real test of just how far Wrexham has come in recent years. Every victory, every positive result, strengthens the squad's confidence and excites the fans even more, as they see European dreams starting to take shape. Furthermore, this stage of the competition brings huge visibility. Players like Nathan Broadhead, Lewis Brunt, and others are beginning to stand out, attracting attention not only from local fans but also from bigger clubs and the international sports media. For Wrexham, each step forward in the EFL Cup is an opportunity to show that the team can compete with higher-profile sides and that the management of Reynolds and Rob Mack is producing tangible results. In short, the win over Reading isn't just a result on the scoreboard. It's a historic milestone, a huge morale boost for the squad, and proof that Wrexham is building something solid and lasting. For the fans, every goal and every save becomes a moment of celebration, and for the club, it's a chance to consolidate their presence in the competition and look ahead with ambition. This victory was historic, thrilling, and full of meaning. Wrexham is more alive than ever in the EFL Cup, and the Dragons are proving they're ready to make history once again. News 2. Lewis Brunt shines and fans demand more. Now, family, let's dive into one of the standout performers in Wrexham's victory over Reading, Lewis Brunt. The man really caught everyone's attention and is already becoming the talk of the supporters. In the 2-0 win, which secured the team a place in the Carabao Cup last 16, Brunt was absolutely crucial. He not only helped keep the team's second clean sheet of the season but also acted as the silent leader of the defence, directing the backline with precision and confidence. Brunt was brought into the starting 11 following a few changes made by Phil Parkinson and made it clear that he wasn't there to play a supporting role. Every challenge, every interception, every pass out from the back showed maturity and composure. He made almost no mistakes, and this consistency didn't go unnoticed. The fans were full of praise. Some even called him a Rolls-Royce of defenders, highlighting how impressed they were with his class, elegance, and efficiency. Another interesting detail is that many supporters are already calling for him to become a permanent fixture in the team, insisting that you just can't take him out of the lineup after such a solid performance. But Brunt's story doesn't end with just one match. His display reflects the collective work of Wrexham. Players like George Thomason, who made his full debut, also shone, showing that the team is growing and that strength doesn't come from 1 or 2 individuals, but from the squad as a whole. The defence, marshalled by Brunt, demonstrated cohesion and tactical intelligence, cutting off Reading's attacking moves with precision and preventing any real danger to the Dragons' goal. Moreover, the confidence Brunt brings to the team is infectious. Phil Parkinson now faces a good problem to solve: how to keep everyone in sync and maintain this high level consistently. The fans are buzzing, analysing every tackle, every interception, and creating huge anticipation for the upcoming matches. After all, the next challenge is against Derby County, and everyone wants to see if Wrexham can maintain this momentum, continue improving, and perhaps go even further in the Carabao Cup. At its core, Lewis Brunt's story shows something important. Sometimes a single player can be the stabilizing force for the entire team. With him in defense, confidence rises, mistakes decrease, and the team plays with greater composure. It's this type of quiet leadership that builds champions and creates unforgettable moments for the supporters. The message is clear: if Brunt continues at this level, not only he, but the entire Wrexham squad can dream bigger. The season is just beginning, but we already have reasons to believe that the Dragons could make history once again. The fans are ecstatic, and the upcoming matches promise even more excitement. News 3. The main story: Reynolds and Mac's European dream more alive than ever. And now we've reached the main story, family. Get ready, because this is the kind of news that makes any Wrexham fan jump out of their seat. Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mac's European dream with the club is more alive than ever, even after a major setback that could have discouraged even the most optimistic supporters. The duo had ambitious plans to take Wrexham into European competitions, but the FA decided to reject the club's participation in the Welsh League Cup, which would have given direct access to the Europa Conference League. It was a big blow, but it didn't end the Dragons' dream or the owner's ambition. Even with this obstacle, Wrexham has shown determination and resilience. The victory over Reading, which secured the club a place in the Carabao Cup last 16, is a clear example of that. This result not only keeps the team firmly in the competition, but also brings them closer to European football than they have been in decades. For the fans, each win now carries an extra special meaning because it represents not only points but also the hope of seeing the Dragons on a European stage once again. And it's not just about statistics. This phase of the club highlights the tactical and mental growth of the team under Phil Parkinson. Wrexham is developing, learning to handle pressure, and mastering crucial matches. If luck is on their side in the draw for the next stages of the Carabao Cup, the Dragons could face top-level clubs, and every match will be an opportunity to prove to all of Europe that they are ready to compete with the best. It's a chance to show that Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mac's ownership hasn't just brought visibility but also tangible results on the pitch. Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mac continue to dream big. Their goal is to see Wrexham in the Premier League by the end of the 2026-27 season, and every step along the way, including this Carabao Cup victory, is a crucial milestone. For them, it's not just about winning domestic trophies, it's about putting Wrexham on the European map and transforming the club into a reference point, inspiring fans across Wales and beyond. Moreover, the morale boost these achievements bring to the squad and the supporters is enormous. Young players gain confidence, the veterans reinforce their leadership, and the club as a whole grows stronger. Every victory fuels the narrative of overcoming challenges, every stage progressed keeps the flame of ambition alive, and every fan feels part of this grand project. The season is still long, but the message is clear: Wrexham didn't get here by accident. They want more, and they are ready to fight for every opportunity. So, family, this news is a reminder that even when faced with obstacles and unexpected decisions, ambition and hard work can keep the European dream alive. Wrexham is moving forward, the Dragons are flying high, and every round of the Carabao Cup could be another step towards continental glory. The next stage promises excitement, surprises, and, who knows, a little bit of history being written right before our eyes. Want to see just how far the Dragons can go? Then hold on tight, because this season is shaping up to be unforgettable for Wrexham. Family, those were today's 3 hottest news stories: Wrexham's historic victory over Reading, Lewis Brunt's standout performance, and, of course, the European dream that remains alive despite the FA's rejection. So, what do you think? Can Wrexham go even further in the Carabao Cup and reach Europe? Share your thoughts in the comments, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates about our team. Until next time, and come on Wrexham!